We offer the best grooming products for you. Dress all natural and handcrafted too. We wanna help be your swagger, style, class, and luxury. Make our products tailor-made for you with high quality. Yeah. So get in style with the black, yeah. Grooming company. To give you swagger, style, class, and luxury. In luxury, yeah. The black gentleman, yeah. Company. To give you swagger, style, class, and luxury. In luxury, yeah.
Located at www.theblackgent.com. Yo. What's good? It's Stormybman, and I am back. Welcoming you to Stormybman Live for this Thursday, November 21st, 2024. This is number 32 in the series of lives from Stormybman. We're calling this one Let's Fight 2025. Yeah. Gonna be looking at a couple of fights that's on the horizon, both finishing up this year and what we were graced with the announcement of this week of what's going to transpire in early 2025. Contrary to what many people would like to express and try to spread the feeling of, boxing is in a very good place. And once again, I attribute that to the participation in the sport of the Saudis. They have brought respectability back to competitive matches in boxing, and also to be able to hold people accountable for what transpires in boxing, to the degree that rival promoters and managements, networks are beginning to cooperate in raising the quality of matches being made. And with the Saudis' involvement, they can make certain that fighters get compensated appropriately. And that's a wonderful thing. So the effect of the Saudis is on point. It's right there, regardless of what anyone wants to say, how you may think or feel. And you really have to attribute a great deal of what's going on with their participation. I'm I'm loving it. I'm loving what Turkey has done. Yeah, loving it. So we're going to talk about that a little bit this evening. I want to say salute to everybody that's out there. There's some people filing into the building. And just only ask that you smash the like button when you come in. You know, I see some of my usual supporters out here. Much appreciated. We got Universal Truth in the building saying salute. We got Drew Titan LLC out there. William Old School is out there. What's going on with you? The Jab Jamboree, my brother, partner in crime, Act Reacher. And you guys can look forward to Act and I collaborating this coming Saturday. I think it's going to be 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 p.m. Central Time. We're going to be on his channel, Comic Comics, and we're going to talk about the martial arts classic, 5 Fingers of Death. Yeah! So, Ak, if you want to drop that link for that broadcast in the chat, please feel free to do so, because we want to drum up as much activity as we can as we bring about that great conversation on a martial arts film classic. Yeah. Phenomenal Mexican is in the building. What's happening with you? Yeah, we're going to do that. But we've had an opportunity to witness a great deal of quality boxing this year, even though we still haven't seen all of the matchups that we yearn and crave and desire. Understand that the majority reason for that is that there are some fighters, ladies and gentlemen, that are just not willing to put their arse on the line. It's no more plain and simple than that, especially when you have seen certain profile names in the sport of boxing decline to join the likes of the Riyadh season events with Turkey, Al Sheikh, and the Saudis. See, when someone can tell you there's no money in a fight, a fighter doesn't sell, who's going to pay for it? When someone can tell you those things, remember, in the past, it was like holding an anvil over your head, waiting for it to drop. But now, like I said, with the participation of the Saudis, that's not anything to question. So what is it now? What's the excuse now that fighters have that they can't go see that guy that they alleged was across the street for so long? Huh? What's the change? What has happened? Now, where's your excuse? There we go. You see, fighters have hid behind promoters. Promoters have hid behind fighters. And the two have conspired at times to just belittle and disrespect the fan base as ignorant to the dealings of how they conduct their affairs. Typically, they'd say something to you like, well, most people don't know ish about boxing. No, most people don't know ish about the business of boxing and how deals are not made and how roadblocks have been set up and positioned to keep certain individuals safe and others, the cash continue to flow. But the reality is the boxing public will pay to see quality at all times. You see, this past weekend when you had the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson event, you didn't need that event to make money, but of course, an event like that would make money. But that co-main event in Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, a real boxing match, a competitive fight between two champions for the second go around, is the type of stuff that should be promoted and not set aside as a novelty, not pushed to the side for novelty. And that's where the outcry should come. Mike Tyson, people, had his day. And even when he had his day, he was effing up in his prime. That's why his day was short-lived. Real talk. Now, when you have champions, fighters like Taylor and Serrano, just because they're women doesn't mean that they are not due the respect for what they bring to the sport. The UK is having an identity crisis right now since Anthony Joshua was stopped in September by IBF champion Daniel Dynamite Dubois. The identity is they don't want to identify with the new IBF champion. They want to resurrect again the likes of a Joshua because he was built to represent a certain type of demographic covering the sport of boxing and to represent aesthetically, look good for the sport of boxing. But anybody that really knows the sport knows that you don't always look good in the sport of boxing. Sometimes there's something called winning ugly. Georgie Benson used to say, the great trainer and former fighter, Georgie used to say, win this one, look good the next time. In other words, you go out and get the job done, what's necessary to get beyond the point where winning is the priority. If Joshua, with his aesthetic, benefited from only that to apply, he'd be undisputed. You have to question, why did a man from a smaller weight division come up and take his titles away from him? And then in a return bout, still best him? Could it be that Joshua was just not that good, but the man who defeated him is? Or you say the guy got lucky, or Joshua fought the wrong fight. He often does that, doesn't he? But that same little man echoed the success of the man on this poster behind me. The real deal, Evander Holyfield, former undisputed cruiserweight champion who became, on this night against Buster Douglas, the undisputed heavyweight champion. Yeah. So, to top what he did against Joshua, Usyk goes out, overcomes a knockout against Daniel Dubois because he was stopped with a body shot. But he gets up to go on to best Dubois in that fight, Dubois being the current IBF champion. And then he goes out there and he defeats the Gypsy God, huh? That guy that you all said, oh, he's for a heavyweight, he boxes so great. He's got great footwork and he's the best boxer hands down in the heavyweight division, blah, blah, blah. Toot that horn. Until a better boxer comes along, right? Usyk, an Olympic champion, a heavyweight champion now, undisputed, a cruiserweight champion, undisputed. More decorated and accomplished than either Klitschko, hailing from the same country. Talent and quality and character, sales in boxing can take you to a height unseen. There are many people that think that in the upcoming December match, the rematch, that Fury is going to turn things around and defeat Usyk. Many of those did not see Usyk win in the first go round and are looking for reasons of why and how he could possibly pull it off in the rematch. But let me say this. You'd have to ask yourself, who is the best fighter that Tyson Fury has fought and defeated outside of Alexander Usyk? Who's the best? You'd be hard pressed. Usyk is the best fighter that Fury has fought. Fury is not an Olympian. He hadn't even fought the best in the heavyweight division of his era. Taking on the likes of Deontay Wilder 3 times, yes, that's a hell of a trilogy. But there were other heavyweights who were prominent. Yes, he won the title from Klitschko, but didn't give the man his rematch. He stalled and played games and exited stage left when he had the opportunity to escape. And let us not forget that he also popped dirty. So you cannot be disenchanted when there is so much around you, factual information that can let you know exactly what you're looking at. Take off the rose-colored Ray-Bans and then the lenses. Look at boxing for what it truly is. Ravens Nation, what's good with you? See you out there. Aaron Butler's in the building. Darius Gilliard, what's happening? Learn is back after some time away. What's happening? Sparking my thoughts about tonight's show and title was the news that came down the presser to announce a February 1st match. The Tale of Two Davids. You know, David is a very popular name biblically. Could it be something spiritual, enlightening about the coming together of these two men? The light heavyweight division's future. Benavidez, Morrell. Mexican and Cuban. Two fighters who bring the best out of what boxing has to offer in the light heavyweight division by facing one another. Both 27 and 28 years old, entering primes, people, and daring to face down the other to prove who's best. Did I mention that they were both 168 pounders who had their eyes upon the prize of Canelo Alvarez, as he had been the undisputed champion at the division, and who owed David Benavidez a title opportunity for several years? A man who had lost his title, not in the ring, but due to politics. And Canelo was never even made to face him, though he faced down other opponents in title eliminator bites several times. I think I stopped counting at 3. But see, such is the state of boxing presently. This is what we get. And when you don't complain, when you don't protest, when you refuse to spend your dollar, which has a huge impact, when you don't do your part, fighters like Canelo and Gervonta Tank Davis and Teofimo Lopez and an assortment of others continue to duck their contemporaries to provide you an earshot of finding out exactly who is the best amongst them. And as long as you don't demand it, they're not going to do it. Information that comes along with the fact that these two men are going to face one another. Be that competitiveness is not dead in the sport of boxing. These two alone can shine a light toward 2025 on what you can expect. There is a great deal of respect when you have two prime young fighters looking to face one another. And guess what, people? If it happens to be a tremendous fight, which we do believe going into it, it very well could be, It could be a trilogy, or at least a minimum of 2. I hope that it's not a blowout, because if it ends up being a blowout one way or another, and I'm not here tonight to give a breakdown of who I feel wins. I'm here to applaud and uplift these 2 men for facing one another, because they could play the boxing game that has been played for generations, as well as this most recent era of musical chairs, avoiding one another and telling you that that fight is not ready yet. When will it be ready? I see that Learn is trying to give his early commentary, but man, look here. You got 3 months, bro. The rest of November, all of December, and January. Huh? Settle down, brother. Settle down. You see, and I'm going to use Learn's comments as an example of what I think about. You see how all of that you have to say, your thoughts about it. Well, why haven't you guys been pushing for it? But not just from these 2 men, because it's not hard to find gold amongst that has shimmer and light cast upon it. That's not difficult. It's like shining light on glitter. You see the sparkle. That's these 2 men. But there are others who have covered themselves with coals, and dirt and grime. Don't look at me. Don't shine upon me. Don't force me into the light. Don't make me fight. You see? Now, those names that I just ran off a little while ago, they all fit that bill. But you got people out here defending these guys. There are people who are going to look at David Morrell and say, well, he only has 8 fights. He ain't fought nobody. What has he done? But there are plenty of people who haven't stepped up to the plate to face him, known fighters, guys who have names, guys who have titles. Canelo Alvarez. Canelo went after Edgar Berlanga. He, who has bitten people in the ring, showed ill character and lack of accomplishment. Yeah. And you readily accept Berlanga as an opponent? What has he accomplished? Black Martial Arts Society. What's going on with you, brother? Good to see you out there. Absolutely. Learn. I appreciate it as well. We all should. But we should also keep that fire under the feet of the other guys who are avoiding, making excuses, trying to make coalition of friends instead of competitive mates. Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez. Yeah. Look at this undercard for this fight. The proposed co-main event. Brandon Figueroa, Stephen Fulton 2. Do you remember when these guys faced each other? November of 2021, where Stephen pulled out a majority decision. Some people thought that Brandon did enough to win the fight, or it should have been called a draw. And the fact that these men are facing each other for a second time at a higher weight. They'll be at featherweight this go around. When they met each other the first time, they were fighting for the WBC and WBO super bantamweight titles. The WBC World Featherweight title will be on the line when they face each other in this match. It's a quality fight. Isaac Cruz against Angel Fierro. It's not necessarily a gimme for Isaac Cruz, who lost his title in a split decision against Rayo back in August of this year. But he's hoping that Angel will be undisciplined enough to allow him at some point to land one of those looping, hooking punches to separate Fierro from his senses. But Fierro is not a chump. 26 years of age, out of Mexico, Tijuana. 22-2 with 2 draws and 17 KOs. He's taller at 5'7" with a 70-inch reach. You see, the Riyadh season events have made promoters a little wiser. We're going to have to put guys in a little bit stronger. They may not be in against cakewalks anymore. But there may be opponents who now have a seat at the table, huh? And in boxing, that's all we ask for, to be perfectly honest. Learn is saying, I enjoyed the Fulton versus Brandon fight, but the rematch might play out similarly. It's hard to see adjustments from Figueroa, and I'm uncertain if Fulton is still the same fighter. Fulton is definitely not the same fighter. But the whole purpose of rematching is to be able to see if someone is able to make adjustments. Though they may not have been able to do it within the fight, maybe they can do it within the preparation for a rematch. I was in that small minority that thought that Figueroa won the first fight. The next bout, Jesus Ramos Jr. against Jason Rosario. That's a pretty darn good fight, people. This is a super welterweight fight. Rosario fought earlier this summer in August against Jarrett Hurd, where he lost a split decision. Could have been ruled a draw, and that fight was contested at middleweight. And Ramos Jr. has had one victory since his 2023 September loss to Erickson Lubin. His fight before the Lubin fight was a TKO stoppage over Joey Spencer. They both have fought Brian Mendoza. Mendoza stopped Banana in November of 2022, and Ramos Jr. scored a unanimous decision over Mendoza in September of 2021. I believe that Erickson Lubin pulled the curtain back on Ramos Jr. that they're not going to be able to cover up about him going forward. And I do believe he's been enjoying the benefits of being a weight bully. It's a good fight, though. So that's a February 1st card, you guys. It's a heck of a card, man. Amazon Prime pay-per-view. Coming up also is a huge battle. Saturday, December 7th, Liam Pero, the god of Subriel Matias. Rickety. Yeah! Liam went over there to Puerto Rico and showed the former boogeyman how to boogie down. Yeah. Yeah, man. You know, nobody wanted to fight Shareable, huh? He was in there walking people down, bullying and all of that, but didn't want to fight Devin Haney for whatever reason, right? Called Devin the chicken, huh? But Liam from Australia went over there and showed him how it's done down under, huh? In front of his own people, man. I love it, man. I love when a fighter goes over into the lion's den and pulls out, huh, what was stuck in the lion's tooth, huh? Yeah, and that was a title, a belt. And we're going to have to see something about Hitchens, huh? Because, you know, he's been doing something that rhymes with his last name. I ain't going to say it on the air on this particular show, but he get me mad. I will say it, huh? But remember where he's from, huh? Brooklyn, huh? But you gotta back it up when you talk it, brother. And I don't know what you heard, but when they coming up out of Australia, man, if you ain't got the goods, bro, it's gonna show. It's going to show. Shareable found that out, huh? In his own hometown. Aye. Shareable. Yeah. This ain't Jose Sabeta, dude. It ain't. It ain't. So we're going to find something out about Richardson, huh? The brother got 2 last names, huh? What's up with that? Yeah. So we're going to see. We're going to see what happens, huh? At Roberto Clemente Coliseum, huh? Yeah. In Puerto Rico. You see, Liam has been proving some stuff since Montana Love, you know, in December of 2023. So he may be sending another message this December. This Christmas, firesides blazing bright. Yeah. We gonna see. I'm looking forward to all of it. all of it. Yeah. And then on December 7th, we also have this one right here, man. See, you may be able to watch the Hitchison and Paddle fight early in the day because it'll be on the zone. However, this fight here, this double header right here, I already did my little breakdown video for it and everything, but you got to wait till a couple days before the fight to see my video breakdown of the two fights, the co and the main event. Now, Navarrete Valdez 2 and Espinosa Ramirez 2. Repeat or revenge. These guys both have had great first go-round fights between one another. And the fact that they're doing it again, the tag for this show tonight was Let's Go. Let's Fight 2025. As you can see how the year's ending, we've got these rematches kicking off. It's like people are starting to say, let me fight, man. I want my get back. And that's exactly what it's all about. So I want to see it. Now, let me ask you, man, for you 11 viewers out there right now, who else is talking about these fights, man, that I'm talking about tonight? Who's talking about it? You can go and check. I think Tank Davis is in the news, The same usual suspects, Ryan Garcia. I'm telling you about what's worth tuning into, because you're going to get more for your buck when you decide to focus your attention on the sport. I'm excited, man. We're talking about some great matchups this coming next couple of months. Yeah. Let's take a moment and hear from my brother, the focus ball.
Get ready to take your striking game to the next level with the focus ball. Dramatically improved footwork, timing, head movement, hand-eye coordination, reflex, and overall fight IQ. It's lightweight and extremely portable, so you can train every time, everywhere. When you don't have a coach to do mitt work, get a focus ball. When you don't have a heavy bag to hit, get a focus ball. When you don't have a sparring partner, get yourself a focus ball. And when you just want to have fun punching and kicking, get a focus ball. When you train with the focus ball, you train your eyes and your brain to read punches so that you can hit and not get hit, making this very simple device a must-have for all combat sports athletes and enthusiasts alike. So if you want to take your striking game to the next level, don't wait. Get the focus ball now.
Yeah. Get you some of that merchandise, man. Links are in the description box. And for those of you who haven't done so yet, please go on over and hurry up and subscribe to my Patreon, because very soon we will be uploading Patreon exclusives and uncensored material where we don't have to worry about the interference of those who don't want to see us succeed, huh? So just know that we are really working on developing the brand and bettering the game. Yeah. So I've come to the end of my hour. I want to get out of here so you guys can be released on into your evening. I want to say shout out to the mighty LDBC. And I appreciate each and every one of you who came out and hit my like button and hung around and didn't just stop in and duck your head through the door. Huh? There was some good conversation here about the sport of boxing. And if you missed it, catch the replay. Not one prone to want to repeat himself all the time. So, gonna get out of here. Hope you guys have a wonderful holiday coming up if you celebrate that type of thing. And if you don't, have a good time anyway. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Peace.